Okay, escape sequences. So what if you wanted to print the quote character? The following line would confuse the compiler because it would interpret the second quote as the end of the string. So here they're trying to have a quote, right? They're trying to put hello or quotes around hello. An escape sequence is a series of characters that represents a special character. An escape sequence begins with the backslash. So system out print line, and then you do the backslash for the double quote that you want to put around hello. Here is a list of all the different escape sequences. The ones that are important to know is the backslash. Java has changed. I think you can put a single quote with inside of a string literal now without having to do a slash single quote. We'll test that out. And then the double quote. The new line is a good one, and the tab. The backspace is kind of a weird, it just kind of like deletes the character in front of it. And then the return carriage returns back to the beginning of that same line. I'll demonstrate all of this. And they give you an example here. You can go through this example if you wish, but I'll go ahead and just do my own example. So I created this file to demonstrate the escape sequences. So I saved this as escape sequences demo. The class name is escape sequences demo. These two match. Made a code comment here, put my name, and then put what this program is going to do. And then I have my header for my main method. And then inside my main method is where all my programming statements are going to go. So one of the most common escape sequences is the new line. I'm going to go ahead and compile this and run it. And there's my output. Okay, I didn't do anything different. But if I were to come in here and just put like some slash n's, you know, just kind of littered inside of this string right here, it's going to create new lines for, it's going to create a new line every time it sees this new line escape sequence. All right, so compile, run, and then this is my output. Slash T is the tab. So once again, I'm just going to come in here. Actually, let me just run this first. So compile, run. Here's this line that I'm going to modify. This is an example of tab. Hit compile, run, and here it is tabbed out. So it's basically just creating that extra space for the tab. Okay, next example is the double quotes. Now, obviously, if you don't use the escape sequence, Java's going to see that as an identifier, and it's not going to compile. It's going to be like all confused on what to do. So what you need to do is come over here and put the slash in front of the double quotes that you want to put inside of your string literal, and then recompile and run. And you can see that these now have the double quotes. I'm going to copy this example. I'm going to do single quotes. So like I said, I don't think you need to put escape sequence for the single quotes anymore. Maybe like in an older version of Java. There you go. Like I was able to do this without putting the slash in front of these single quotes. But either way worked for me. Next example, I'm going to show how to use the backslash. So if I want 2 backslash, I need to actually put 4, because when I put 2, I only get 1, because the backslash is an indicator of the escape sequence. If we only use 1 backslash, Java's going to think that we're trying to use an escape sequence. So it's going to see an escape sequence with a W, and you're going to get an error. In order to get the result I want, I need to use 4 backslash, because 2 backslash will only give me 1 backslash in the output. Next example is the backspace. So this is kind of interesting. Compile, run. So you can see that the backspace like overwrote the L in my name, and then I started typing after that, and I typed test. If I could use several backspaces to delete more of what I typed in front. I don't really know of a good use case for this, but I've never really used this. The other one is the R, the slash R. So the slash R is the return carriage. It's basically going to go back to the very beginning. It's going to overwrite test right there. Okay, so compile, run, and then you can see that it overwrote. So that's the escape sequences. So the important ones to remember: the new line, the tab, and the double quote. So back to the lecture. Write a single print statement that produces the following output. Thank you all for coming to my home tonight, he said mysteriously. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to use escape sequence for the double quote inside of our string literal. And then right here, where they're going to use like a /n for a new line. And they're going to use the slash again for these quotes. So we'll pop over here, and you can see that's exactly what they did. That's how they got their double quote. And they concatenated here, but this is where they wanted their new line right there. And then this is where they put the double quote. And they concatenated again.